What up, world? It's your boy J Star back again, man. We got the final look at the week 3 slate. Man, I hope y'all excited about this one. We gonna get into this as we always do, breaking down some good stacks and injury reports, weathers and all that type of things, that could get in the way of some of the best plays and things like that. You already know. But let's get into this as we always do. Starting off with the first game here. Looks like we got the Colts in Baltimore. Looks like we got Anthony Richardson out. Let's see anything else big about this. We got the center out too for concussion. One of the guards is questionable. Kenny Moore is questionable for the cornerback for the Colts. And then Ravens side, Odell is out. Left tackle is out. And man, they center is out. Wow. Outside linebackers out. Man, goodness gracious. Marlon Humphrey is still out. Marcus Williams at safety is out. And running back Justice Hill is out. So a lot of injuries here in this game to report. Goodness gracious. But besides that, let's look at how we're going to attack this game here. It's looking like so far the Colts is giving up crazy good points to quarterback so far. So Lamar is going to be in play from this game. Also looks like they're giving up receiver. So, and let's see. Hold on. Let me see. Make sure we're attacking this right. Let's look at that. Okay, so since OBJ is out, that's going to put Aguilar in play. And then, of course, we already know Flowers is such a big part of this team's offense. So you got to put him in play. He's moving in and out of the slot, just playing a lot of slot, though. If you want to take a shot at Bateman, you can too. 4,600, I don't mind. But, I mean, their game plan usually runs through Flowers so far. And also, you got to toss in Andrews since that's just how they play their offensive style, which is, what are they playing right now? 11 personnel and a lot of different other random personnel they're throwing in there right now. So, yeah. But Aguilar for 3,200, man, this might be a cheap stack, if you want to run for Lamar, man. Aguilar Flowers, Aguilar Andrews, something like that. It definitely could hit. Like I said, they're giving up really good points to receivers and definitely points to quarterback for, the Colts right now. On the other side here, man, let me see what's been doing well against the Ravens so far. It looks like wide receiver is, and with having Marlon Humphreys in their lead safety out, you definitely can roll with let's see who we got over here. Since we got Minshew, he likes to throw the ball deep. I think Pierce could be in play. Of course, you can roll with Pittman, but deep threats for them is like Josh Down, Pierce. I know Pittman had a lot of targets though last week, 12 targets. You can definitely toss him in too as well. I'm just saying, like, for the deeper options though that take deep shots too, it'll probably be these two. And that's really about it from this game. I can see moving. Let's move on though, and it is going to be raining out in Baltimore. So that could interfere with this game a little bit. Now we get on to this Tennessee Cleveland game here. Let's see. So what we got going on here? It looks like for injuries here, we got O lineman for the Titans is going to be out. And Karis Jackson is out, and that's about it. And then we got Greg Newsome on the other side, which is pretty big. For this side, I feel like because Greg Newsome is out, that does put Hopkins in play. The Browns have been really good, defensively, but having one of your cornerbacks out wide, not being able to play this game is going to put like somebody like Hopkins who could just get a lot of targets and volume there in play, or also like somebody like Burke, since they both play on the outside, which they can switch off and line up with the cornerback, Greg Newsome's replacement basically for this game. Either one of them could hit for you, for this one. Besides that, I did tell y'all, also rolling back with Henry. I don't mind taking a shot at that. He didn't really hit last week, but everybody was on him, and I feel like possibly this week he does though. So besides that, on the other side of this game, though, we're looking at, let me see, what we got going on. Titans been giving up, mad points to wide receivers. I'm definitely looking at Amari Cooper, man. I know he's not really in the slot, which is where we've been attacking Tennessee at. I know that's where Elijah Moore lines up, but they do move in and out Amari Cooper. I also can see some Njoku hitting because they used to give up a lot of tight ends. A lot of points to tight ends, which right now they're probably like mid-pack, but they do give up about like a 40-yard, well, not a 40-yard, but like a 20-yard play to tight end so far. So it possibly could be a 20-yard big play and hits for a touchdown for Njoku in this game because they've been giving up at least about one in each game so far. So, yeah. I would say these three, of course, and I would more lean to these two with, of course, Deshaun Watson in this game since they've been giving up also pretty decent points to quarterback too. So yeah, definitely can have a good completion percent here, and maybe this is the game for Deshaun Watson to finally hit. When we keep it moving here though, got the next game in Atlanta, Detroit. Really good game here. I am a little worried because I did like, Golf, of course, he's at home. You always got to take him when he's at home. I'm just worried that his best weapons, like his best freaking weapons, are hurt. Maybe, though, that bodes well for like a Laporta, and maybe Gibbs is maybe the options here that ends up really hitting. I can definitely see him throwing a lot. I mean, he's already throwing through a lot anyways. Last game, 9 targets to Gibbs. So I definitely see him throwing a lot. I also saw Laporta doing very well last game. So I can see his targets going up. If those two best targets for him are very injured or something like that, I can see him leaning on these two here. He's still going to have mad time in the pocket and stuff like that. Being that, I think his O-lineman, let me see. We got an O-tackle that's out. One of his guards is out. But I do still see him being able to get that ball deep down the field and have time in that pocket to get it to his receivers, and definitely dumping it off to these two. If anything, if his O-line is broken down a little bit, still dumping it off these two, quick outs and stuff like that to these two should still be there. So 9 targets again to Gibbs. I think he goes off. And Laporta maybe getting about 7, maybe ups his targets because of the fact, 2 of his weapons are going to be questionable and probably a little bit banged up this game. But, you could still definitely toss in a Reynolds or a St. Brown. If he wasn't banged up, I would definitely be, putting him in there for sure at 7,900. So on the other side here, though, it looks like, I think, once again, they're going to hold out Cordell Patterson. They just don't need him right now. Bijan is killing it. So definitely another Bijan Robinson. For receivers, though, I'm actually am looking at a little bit of Mac Hollins possibly, or Drake London, just because of the fact that one of their cornerbacks, Emmanuel Mosley, is going to be out. And so that's on the out wide, so I believe one of these two, could definitely do well. I just hate that they don't target enough over here at this team. So I would probably take my chances more probably with Mac Hollins just because he's so cheap. Maybe he hits on a big play and maybe possibly gets a touchdown and then it hits automatically. London, on the other hand, needs to get you like a nice 20-something points. I just don't know, how many targets are they going to throw. Like just last game, they gave him about 7 finally, coming from 1. If we can get 8 to 10, I feel like, then yeah, it's a great. Even, 18 is cool, but it's not what we really need. We needed 100 yards with that bonus man and him to get to that 22 range. So if not, like I said, I would lean more towards Mac Hollins instead. But that's the 3 options there I would probably go with. I know Pitts too is in play. He's definitely going to be in play too. I just, the target share, they're running like a 12 set over here, 12 personnel set. Let me make sure again. I believe it is though. Not the Lions. Oh yeah, they're running 21 and 12. So they're doing double tight ends, heavy stack plays with 2 backs. And it's just that the only thing is we saw some Jonnu get a lot of play and it was throwing to him like crazy last game, overthrowing the pit. So that does kind of suck. Any team that runs 12 and they're not like just set on a certain tight end is who they're trying to get the ball to, it's always going to put that backup tight end in play too as well. So that's about it for that game. Really good game there. Could be a back and forth shootout here. In this game here, man, New Orleans and Green Bay Packers, I think it sucks for Carr that his running back is out. Maybe, Jones does something. This Tony Jones dude did get in the game, did pretty decent. Got 2 touchdowns, of course. Goal line type touchdowns. I don't know if he's going to be breaking big runs. I feel like they're going to use a lot of over here at tight end, Taysom Hill. I feel like he's probably a better player to be saying that going to be the running back in this game. I can definitely see him doing a lot in this game, running, maybe catching something for a tight end and maybe a screenplay or something like that his way. For receivers, though, man, Michael Thomas is probably the better play. I think Olave ends up lining up with a lot of Jair or Rasul Douglas, something like that, possibly. But I see Michael Thomas being able to get his. Maybe Shaheed possibly catches a deep shot down the field with some of the safeties or something like that. Besides that, though, if they are having a hard time running, I see Carr making a lot of mistakes in this game, really. I'm kind of looking at Green Bay Packers defense. This is their home opener for my team, so I expect the defense to play a lot harder, come out with a different energy. And the way I saw the Panthers get into Carr in that backfield, and they don't really have any names really on their defensive line compared to Green Bay. I feel like, yeah, this Packers could be coming off of this, bad taste in their mouth loss with a lot of energy, picking up a lot of sacks, forcing Carr to throw some bad throws in this game. So I can definitely see the defense stepping up pretty big. On the other side here, though, like I told you, I'm gonna keep always rolling with Love until I just start seeing him fail. But right now, throwing 3 touchdowns a game, and I do think he is gonna get Christian Watson back. I don't expect big performance for Christian Watson for this game because of the fact that Packers do play on Thursday, which I meant to mention that for Detroit too as well. So they might lean literally on those two that I said because I know they're going to want St. Brown and Josh Reynolds to be healthy against Green Bay Packers when they travel there for Thursday night. And over here, I'm thinking like they're going to ease Watson in. Yeah, he'll probably, try to take the top off of the defense once or twice or something like that. But I do see them putting him on like a cap or something like that, not playing the full entire game since there is a Thursday game and they're going to want him to be able to play that game too as well. I would still lean for Love to be Jordan Reed at 3,800. Seemed like their chemistry, built a lot in that last game. Or maybe some Dobbs as well too. And still, I would even take shots at Musgrave here. But that's really about it. Like I said, if I'm doing some Love stacks, I'm still probably going to lean with these cheap options here to be able to score. I just think with Watson there and Dobbs, it kind of takes away the attention from Reed and Musgrave. So they should be able to hit, if the chemistry just builds and they continue to just get the targets. Besides that, we're going to move on from this game here. Not leaning to the running backs really for the Green Bay Packers, especially since Aaron Jones possibly is not going to play. For this Houston game here, man, let me see. I'm so happy Stroud is able to go. So, I'm rolling with Stroud here. I definitely think Nico Collins and, of course, Dale. If you want to toss Woods, he's getting the targets, man, so I love it too. But I kind of would go with some Schultz, man. It's about time he finally comes through a little bit. I like the target share that he got last game with 7. We can get that again. I think he can definitely hit. So I do like these targets to go with Stroud. On the other side of this game, I'm more leaning towards, of course, we got to lean towards ETN. As long as he don't cramp up, he should be able to hit for us this game, And then it's definitely Evan Ingram. It's the two I'm really looking at from this side of the game. They should be able to do well, but Petrie is still out, which that, to me, you just bodes well for Ingram. With their safety being out for the Texans, I believe, that's a good thing for Ingram if he wants to get deep down the field. As well as I want to say, let me see something. Who am I missing? Derek Stingley is going to be out too for them at cornerback. And, Tavir Thomas too as well. Okay, so yeah, you can also take shots at Ridley, or Kirk, since they are going to be like the two receivers on kind of like, that he's has the most chemistry with since Zay is going to be out. Yeah, definitely I can see one of them still hitting, but I'm just kind of leaning towards these two because I know Houston, they give up that run so easily, and they also kind of give up the tight end too as well. So I think it's a bigger game for Ingram since Zay Jones is out. They can move him out wide if they want to, move him back in, and be able to take place of that Zay Jones position basically. So then let's see. We're gonna move on to this next game. Kind of got that one done there. We got Denver and Miami. This is going to have the rain is really going to be in this game. There is going to be rain in here. I thought it wasn't going to be, but it looks like it's back. So, but yeah, I'm still, thinking Tua. Hopefully Mostert is able to do well again because Denver has been giving up that run against, running backs. They've been giving up pretty good points there. So it's looking like what we got here. Yep, running back. It would be tight end, but they don't go to their tight end here. So I don't really think I'm going to take anything with Smythe or anything like that. I definitely think they're going to have a crazy amount of plays still for Tyreek Hill, even if it is raining. But also, if Waddle is not able to go, I'm really thinking maybe Barrios or something like that because he just has that speed. I think they probably use him in that Waddle position. I'm really wondering, though, if A-Chain is finally going to get opportunity here, because he could end up, doing pretty well. I mean, he's a rookie and everything. They haven't used him yet, so I don't know what they have seen about him, or are they just, like, really easing him in. Been waiting to see him, get used in the passing game and stuff like that, because that's where Mostert doesn't, really do at all. But for just running sake, yeah, it's Mostert to me, but maybe the pass catching happens a little bit for some A-Chain in this game, so I am kind of worried about taking Mostert and A-Chain end up, doing more or something like that. But If you got multiple lineups, I think it's cool to probably take a shot over there. For the other side here, man, Russell, man, he's not hitting for us so far. Um, I feel like if anybody had him last week, you definitely had to have him with Judy or Sutton. And he literally went to, B. Johnson and Craig Craft. I mean, not Craig Craft, but B. Johnson and Mims. Two targets. Yeah, there was some lucky targets because they both were like deep shots. And this one right here for the second touchdown was a Hail Mary for B. Johnson. Otherwise, he would have been left with probably just 12 or 11 points or something like that. So, I mean, definitely, you can still take shots at Judy. If this ends up becoming a shootout and the rain does not affect this game, I don't see how Judy and Sutton is not big a part of this game. But they also do give up the run. So, Javonte Williams could be in play even on the road here because Miami has been giving up the run. Also, they've been giving up tight end very high. So, Trotman could be in play too as well, man. And if it is raining, then I would lean more towards these two. So, and like I said, besides that, the Miami side is very narrow, to like basically two people and Hill and Mostert, especially in the rain. So then we move on. We got Minnesota and the Chargers, one of the best games on this slate, man. I don't know who is not an option here, really. I like Herbert Kelly, especially with Eckler being out. I like Keenan Allen, like Mike Williams. Quentin Johnson and Palmer, they're kind of sharing. I don't really know if I'll go there. Maybe Everett, can get involved here, but I kind of just like these four right here. These are the best four I feel like for this game and can very much hit huge in this potential huge shootout game with a 0-2 team. So they're both going to play their butts off to try to get that first win. On the other side here, though, definitely we got one of the best chemistry quarterbacks with his number one target in Jefferson. Definitely like that. I know the run is a way, it's a good way. You can also be contrarian, use some Madison. I mean, the Chargers do give it up. Maybe possibly he gets some goal line rushing touchdowns in this game. Maybe with Akers being on, knowing Akers coming in, he probably tries to have a big game this game. But besides that, I'm really more, not thinking about Madison and more thinking about these wide receivers over here because they're all getting, time. But Osborne is getting a little bit more touches on, what I want to say, snap counts than Addison so far. But at the end of the day, it's like Addison has been beating him out with points. So you got to take shots there. Hawkinson is going to be in a good game here because I believe, is it the linebacker is out in this game too? Let me check that again. Yeah, Eric Kendricks is out. Wow, I forgot this was going to be the return of Eric Kendricks to his old team. And he's out in this game. So the starting linebacker is out, which opens up Hawkinson even better again. We had that same problem last week on Thursday night against the Eagles where the linebacker was out. Some safety was out too as well. So, and we saw the result that came from Hawkinson having that type of advantage, so 2 touchdowns, and 8 targets there. He might get 10 targets in this game because this should be a complete shootout. So definitely liking Hawkinson. Like I said, even liking the little receiving plays here. Feels like they could be in for their best play, how they played through their offense with Jefferson and Hawkinson. I could feel like that's just going to work. So it's definitely going to open some more opportunities to Addison and Osborne to hit on some big plays too in this game. Moving on from that great game there. Going to this, don't know what to expect from this game. I believe it is going to be raining though in New Jersey. I definitely think these teams are going to lean heavily on the run. So I think Stevenson or Breece Hall is going to be in play here. I believe the Patriots have been getting up the run, not the Jets though. Yeah, the Patriots have been getting up the run. So, if Breece Hall doesn't hit and it's because Dalvin Cook ends up, outpacing him. Neither one of them got really touches last game. We're talking about 4 attempts here. And then we got Dalvin Cook with 4 attempts, which is ridiculous. I expect them to lean on the run a lot more, especially with it raining and everything. They know they're not going to want Zach Wilson throwing the ball in that rain. And New England's going to be in for it because it's 2 different backs that they're going to have to try to stop, and it's not going to be easy. On the other side, too, though, it's going to be 2 different backs, too, as well. If it's raining, like I said, I see both of these teams kind of leaning on that. Don't really see too much passing going on here unless it's some dumps. And I believe that's where the Patriots benefits because they like to run a lot of 12. They use both of these backs. I believe either one of these backs is in play for this game. So you can roll with Henry. You can even roll with Gesicki if you need the savings. They play a lot of 12, so both of those backs are getting a lot of opportunity. So then we move on to Buffalo and Washington. I believe we got I thought Knox was going to be out, but he's not. So, because I was going to say that does bode well for Kincaid, but they run a lot of 12, so either one of these tight ends is always going to be in play because of that. I noticed Logan Thomas is out. If you want to take some shots at Bates, if you need that savings, you know, I mean, he is going to be the starting probably tight end in this game, so you definitely can go there. It is going to be raining here in this game too. So I do expect, maybe Josh Allen throws some bad throws in the rain, because the pressure is going to be coming. Chase Young did come back last game and looked pretty well. That defensive line was really coming for Russell. I do expect them to be able to get to Josh Allen in this game because he likes to drop back a lot. They don't really lean on the run too much, so I'm not really expecting the running backs from, at least from Buffalo side. I've been noticing Robinson has been playing really well. I think both of the games, right? He's getting a lot of freaking touches, man. So he is going to be in play like every game just because of the fact his touches is so high, man. Talking about 20 and then 20 again, like, and scoring in every game, right, so far, right? We got a touchdown here. We got 2 touchdowns there. So, yeah, he's going to be always in play. Looks like they're leaning on him a lot. Of course, Diggs is going to be in play just because the volume could be high for him. I know last game they spread the ball out very well, but he's always going to have, be main part of their offense anyway, so he's always going to be in play. On the other side here, though, for Buffalo, let me see. It's looking like we're going to be leaning towards Dotson, it looks like. Probably Dotson again could take shots at 4,900. I don't really, mind you doing that. That would probably be my only play over here I'm really taking. I know McLaurin had more opportunities, and he is going to be always in play because of that. But I think it's supposed to be Dotson supposed to line up with the easier cornerback here for him. And let's see, was there any other injuries there? Just a safety for the Commanders is questionable. Okay, other than that, and Curtis Samuel is ill, so that's both of their safety and him is ill. So hopefully he's still able to play and everything. But I know Dawson enters the slot the most, so it could benefit him if he didn't play. So then we got Carolina and Seattle. It's the first game of the late game. We only got 3 late games this week, which is kind of cool. It's narrowed down already, even though it's not a bye yet. We got a cheap option here at quarterback, man. And there is a lot of injuries in this game that could really benefit him. Besides the fact Bryce Young is out, we got Dalton. We got Sanders. If they're gonna continue to give him the throws, the targets like this, and he's gonna get this rush attempts, Seattle has been giving up running backs, and they used to be really bad at giving up running backs that can receive the ball. So I definitely think Sanders is gonna be in play in this game for that. If he can just continue to get those type of targets with Dalton in the back, field, I expect also. There to be some shots taken in this game, but Thielen, it definitely should be a good place, and Seattle has been giving up the slot every game. So I definitely think Thielen, but if you think they're going to hit on some deep shots, it is going to be raining here too. So I would probably lean towards Thielen or Miles Sanders, and also the tight end Hurst. Is going to be in play more than maybe the deep shot to Chark. So these would be my 3 that I would probably stack or just put in a lineup without Dalton or something like that. Besides that, on the other side here, I think we got injury to DK still. Looks like he's just going to be questionable at the moment. But I was already anyways thinking, of course, Kenneth Walker is going to be a great play, I think, in this game because Carolina does give up the run, and if it's raining, they're going to lean on the run a lot. Besides that, though, yeah, I'm looking at Lockett anyways. I thought he was in a good spot. If Metcalf is really banged up, maybe JSN gets some more touches in this game and finally hits. I don't really know about the tight end play. They was using all their tight ends last game. With Disley being doubtful, maybe Fant at 2,900 is able to do well, though. But these would probably be where I would stay at for this game. And let's keep it moving here. Get these out of there. Okay, so we got the Dallas and Arizona game. Sucks for Diggs to get injured and be injured for the whole season now for their defense and everything like that. But other than that, we got Pollard, with Dak, and of course CeeDee Lamb. Oh, it looks like Cooks is healthy now, but it still bodes well for Lamb in this game more than anything, I believe, right? Yeah, it's supposed to be Lamb. Possibly Gallup, if his targets can come up because it's been very low. Let's see, 2 targets. Yeah, I don't know them targets. I don't know. So I would probably lean more towards Ferguson. Ferguson, Lamb, and Pollard is what I would lean to, and of course the still I think the Dallas defenses should be in good spot here. Dobbs showed up, against a weak defense, so As you saw against a good defense in Washington with their line and everything like that, played pretty bad. But against the Giants defense, who we've been seeing everybody just destroy, they're putting up negative points every week. So I guess that's why, Dobbs was able to do so well. I don't think he's going to be able to have that type of game in this game. I do see him, maybe leaning on some Connor, and also Marquise Brown if they can get him on the side where the replacement for Diggs is at, which I do see them doing in this game. And maybe even the Wilson kid for 3,400 could be in play because maybe he ends up lining up and maybe they do shadow Marquise Brown with Gilmore. So that would make me lean away from that. But also, we got to say, he keeps getting mad targets on this team right now. You got to play Ertz, man, just because of the targets. It's just too high, man. Like, he's kind of doing well every weekend anyways, with those amount of targets. I don't see how you can't. So they're dumping the ball like crazy to Ertz. Like, so got to say he's going to be in play for that reason. For the last game, I really feel like this is a great game, man. At least we, of course, the Dallas side of that game was really good. But for the last game here, it could possibly be a shootout, man, because of the fact Fields, made an excuse about, his coaching or something being the reason why he's been distracted or whatever playing. But then he said, he put everything on himself, retract that whole basically comment that he made. So I do expect him to have a better game this game. He's got to come in and score. So I just know he should be ready to throw the ball a lot more in this game. Could hit, man. It could be some Mooney and DJ Moore. There is a big injury. My bad. I meant to mention here. Nick Bolton is going to be out, so that puts his boy Kmet in play. He loves throwing a Kmet. So maybe it's Kmet, DJ Moore. Maybe those are the ones that's hitting. But this could be a definitely shootout because, like I said, Chicago's 0-2. I know they don't want to go down 0-3. This is a tough task though to beat Pat Mahomes because I know he doesn't want to be 1-2. And losing both of the first games at home. So yeah, Fields is in for a big, challenge here, but it could be pulled off, man, if he's able to finally get back into how he finished kind of the season last season. This could be that first game where we see him hit. Because like I said, he's up for a big task where he's going to have to put up some points, man, and possibly rushing some touchdowns, some 100-yard rushing with possibly 2 touchdowns thrown, maybe 1 or more in Kmet. Like I said, Kmet is in a good spot here, though. On the other side here, Pat Mahomes, man, just told y'all before, I think in my top 5 video, Pat Mahomes with all the time in the pocket. He's number 1 on my top 5 this week. It's just, you can't have him with all that time in the pocket. Pacheco is injured. I was liking Pacheco before, but now, McKinnon and CEH come into play because with hamstring injuries right now, people have been easing people back in. I don't really see them just putting Pacheco in that spot like that to get hurt this week. When you do have other backs, you can definitely go to. So we got some savings here in these backs here in the backfield. You can also toss in. But Chicago's been giving up number 1 receivers and stuff like that each week. I don't know what's going on with Tony. Let me look at this real quick. This is questionable for Toe. Okay, so I feel like, maybe Rashee Rice gets in at 3,300. But they've been playing Justin Watson, so you can definitely roll with him, 3,500. But I definitely think MVS should get some more shots in this game, man. Deep threat option. We've seen Mike Evans hit. We've seen Dobbs be able to hit out wide. I don't see why MVS can't hit on a team that he's used to playing. So I really do like him a little bit this week to stack with Pat Mahomes. And, of course, Kelsey is going to be huge in playing this game. Like I said, they're giving up number 1 receivers. Their number 1 receiver is Kelsey, though. So, expect 12 targets to Kelsey. First game for him at home, yeah, he's probably going to try to explode and kill them. I definitely like that. Like I said, if you don't want MVS, you can definitely go with some of these other options here in Rashee Rice or Watson, because Tony could possibly not be leaned on heavily in this game with a toe injury and stuff like that. He is pretty injury prone too, so it was really be hard for me to take shots at him there. And that's really it, man. For this week 3 video, man. Let's see what we got. What are we gonna put in? I'm gonna do something safe. I'm gonna do a safe play here. So I'm gonna go with Pat Mahomes. Start this off with Pat Mahomes and Kelsey. That way I have something late. Since it's only 3 games, we've been having, I thought, like 4 games. But yeah, we have 3 games, and a lot of the weeks we've played already so far. The winner has had a lot of late plays. But so far here, I'm gonna just go with Pat and Kelsey to get that started off the late part. Let me see what I can go with here to think I'm gonna go with a cheap option here from the Texans game and take Tank Dell. So I get some type of savings there. At running back, I think I'm gonna run that game back, matter of fact, and I'm gonna go ahead and take ETN. Let's see. Where else do we want to go here? Ah, man. I got to get some pieces from this Minnesota game, so I'm gonna go ahead and take Mike Williams. Looks like I'm gonna have to take some more savings here. At my defense, I'm gonna just pay down, man, for like Commanders or something like that. Since it's raining, maybe they do well with that rain, and maybe Josh Allen makes some mistakes. Besides that, where are we at now? 5,600. I did want to play. Um, Man, do I want to take? Okay, let me see. I'm gonna get my other receiver out the way here first. See what other receiver I want here, man. I want to take a play back into that Minnesota game. Maybe I do go with Osborne for now. Let's see what we got now. Okay, so this 11,000 with 5,800 range. Let's see. So do we go with my running back? Go back to my running back and save the flex for last here. Let me see. So that would put me at. Okay. Man, so for running back, do I just go with like Joshua Kelly? Puts me at 62. That's not bad. Okay, that put me right with a good spot. I like Kenneth Walker there, man. So I like that, man. That way I got pieces of, that really good shootout game here. But started off safe, man, with, Pat Mahomes, just too much time in the pocket. I just don't see how him and Kelsey don't go off in this game. Possibly 2 touchdowns, Kelsey, 100 yards, something like that. And Pat ends up throwing like 4 touchdowns or something like that. Like, I really think this game might be like a practice game for him. But then having, a really good game with the Houston and Jacksonville, I really like that game. And also having a huge, what I want to say, stacking this, what is this? The show, not a showdown, my bad. The shootout, very high potential scoring game here with the Minnesota and the Chargers, and both being 0-2. I really like that right there. So that's what I'm rolling with, man. If I had to put one lineup in, I would try to probably put this one in right here, man, and try to win the $1 million, man. So good luck though this week, y'all. It's your boy J Star. Stay tuned. We're gonna have the Sunday night and the showdowns we got on Monday with the also the 2-gamer 2 for Monday. So those videos will be coming out for you. It's your boy J Star, and I'm out. Peace.